So a follow-up from the leg training session I did this morning, I talked about using maximal contraction at the top. So if you think about the myofilaments, the myosin and the actin, which engage, it's kind of like a Velcro. You got the loops here and the hooks. So if you think of Velcro here, I've got little overlap, so it's actually strong, but if I pull, I can actually undo it. But if I have complete overlap here, that's not going anywhere. So what happens is, when you engage the muscle, you have the myosin and the actin grabbing, the cross bridges engage. So the more cross bridges we have engaged, the more force we have. So at the very bottom of the rep, if you imagine all the sarcomeres and all the different points fully outstretched, at the bottom of the hack squat, I'm like this. At the top of my hack squat, I'm completely engaged. So I have maximal force. That's why we're strongest at the top and weakest at the bottom. It goes with the strength curve. So at the very, very top of the hack squat, if I'm doing some really, really heavy lockouts with the bands and a lot of weight, so imagine I chucked a couple 100 kilos on there and put the bands on, the force I have at the very, very top is so great. As I start to lower, and maybe it's just the top 5 centimeter range of motion, at the top here, I have the most trauma on the muscle fiber, as because I'm stretching, I'm lengthening under load, and I'm doing the most damage. I'm stretching the most. Imagine I'm going to be using this Velcro again. I'm tearing the least Velcro right at the very end. I'm tearing the most Velcro if I'm fully engaged. So that's the science behind that. So, some people believe in doing, a full range of motion, and that's definitely very, very valid. It's also important to sometimes do some lockouts just to make sure that you're getting maximal recruitment and maximal tear. So that's why partials are really, really good. Partials for deadlifts, partials for bench press, partials for lots of things. But if you're only doing a half squat, you're only getting a half muscle. So there's a time and a place for every kind of training. Make sure though that you're going a full range with good technique. And if you want to go pretty heavy, don't go heavy and go scary heavy and risk injury. Have all the factors in check. So maybe have the safety hook set so you're doing lockouts in just this part, but there's a time and a place for short reps for maximal contraction. Give that a go next time you're training any muscle.